Sorry. Okay. So I put a pile of envelopes on your table. Okay, so finally.
It's like Christmas morning. I've been waiting to touch these all day.
Yeah, so you can touch them, but don't open them yet. So get them in your hands. I want y'all to have them in your hands. You can touch them, but don't open them. Don't open them. Okay?
Touch, don't open.
Natalie and I have been so lucky to be able to spend the last 5 weeks here with you at Boulder. And Kimberly, she's amazing. You guys are so lucky to have her too. So, and I have Natalie and Matthew here, and we are bold.
Yes,
Yes, you are.
And actually, in 2019, I graduated from Bold. And, yeah, I did. I took the Bold class and I graduated from Bold. Yeah. And as I think about the last couple of years, Bold is what's been happening to me. As I realize the changes that I've had in my life, and that's what I want to share with you today. Because of my mind shifts, there has been bold changes in my life and how I feel about it. My perspective on what I do every day and why I do it, it's way different. So I hope you allow me to share my story. Not long before attending Bold, I signed up for a mastermind class. And we were to purchase this book. It's called The Slight Edge. I don't know if anybody has ever read this book before, but we were to read a few chapters from the book, and then we talk about what we read in the book. And I want you to know that prior to that class, I was not a reader. So I thought, well, maybe this will push me to read a little bit more. So so then, to be honest, I was always a little jealous of readers. They would talk about what they liked in a book or how much they loved their author in the book. So during one of the meetings, the instructor said, this is during our mastermind class, she said, what do you want your slight edge to be? And I said, I wish I read more, but I just don't have time. And she said, she gave me that look. And you have to understand the look that she gave me. She was a former high school English teacher. Yeah, so she was one of those teachers you just didn't mess with. So, and then she looked at me and she probed again. And she says, what do you mean? And I said, well, I wake up at 5:30, I go to the gym, then I come home and I got dishes, housework. We have 6 dogs, so I was taking care of them, and then I would start work. So I was actually feeling kind of proud of what I've already had accomplished in the morning. And I know you guys have talked about the miracle morning before, and I thought I was nailing that by getting up early and getting in my exercise. So she gave me another look, and she says, you mean there's no time in there to read 10 pages a day? And so now we were in uncomfortable territory, but I had a story ready for her. I explained that even as a child, I'd never been a reader. And I was raised on a 5-acre farmette with 3 sisters, and I was the second oldest. And I was Daddy's little helper. So I told everyone, or he would tell everybody what a great help I was to him. And, but a great help I was to him. And then my sister Sherry, she was the reader. And so Dad would praise her for, how well she read. And so I stopped, and Jeannie repeated what I said. And I don't know how to describe the aha moment that washed over me, but I realized at that time I wasn't a reader today because I was that outside worker. And so I got praised for helping Dad. Even my love language to this day is acts of service. I stood there and a feeling overwhelmed me, and I actually started to cry. I realized that I didn't have to be who I was today, that I could change. And in fact, I did. I changed my miracle morning, and then I changed my life. And the Slide Edge suggests you read 10 pages a day. So I realized if I got up at 5, I would have time to read, or I could make time to read. And so the decision was made in September of 2019 with reading 10 pages a day. I'd like to share that so far I've read 47 books since September of 2019. So before that, like I said, I could probably count in my whole life on one hand how many books I've read. So right after starting that commitment, it was a Sunday, and we were listening to a sermon on the radio, and the pastor suggested if you read 3 minutes of the Bible a day, it could change your life. So I thought, if I'm willing to read 10 pages a day of a book, I surely could add 3 minutes of the Bible a day. So I started in the Old Testament, and back in September of 2019, and for those of you that know, I'm currently in the book of Nehemiah. And this came up since I'm in mortgages just a couple weeks ago, and I thought I'd bring this verse up. We have mortgaged our lands, vineyards, and houses that we might buy corn because of the dearth. And I was like, wow, they even had mortgages. I was like, wow. Okay, so I also want to share one day soon after I started reading, I went to my folks' house and I shared that I started this mastermind class and that how I felt about helping Dad and not reading, and they started to feel really bad. And I said, there's nothing you guys did wrong. You actually taught me a very good work ethic. And it was only a week later that I stopped by their house and went in the living room, and next to my dad's recliner was the Bible. And he smiled, or I smiled as he shared that he started reading the Bible. And then he also told me that one of his wishes before he dies is that us 4 girls return to faith. So, and he had tears in his eyes when he told me that. So fast forward 2 years, and my folks have gone back to attending church regularly. But a few weeks ago, I got baptized with my dad watching. And he was 82, so the look he gave me and the hug he gave me meant the world to me. There's one more story I want to share. Have any of you heard of The Secret? Yes. Okay, cool. So that's a book that is, it draws to you what you think about. So 25 years ago, when I started in the mortgage business, I said I want to be a millionaire. And so I started collecting fake $1 million bills. And it was so cool because my coworkers and clients, when they go out and they're on trips or shopping, they bring back fake $1 million bills. And they would give them to me as a gift. So at that time, I never heard of vision boards. But I think I was creating one for myself, because in December of 2020, we hit our 1 million in cash assets, which does not include property or anything else, so that's just cash. Yeah, $1 million. A fake $1 million bill does turn into reality. So what I do now is I do create vision boards. And each loan that I do is tied to something on my vision board. So I cut out pictures, and so when I get paid on that loan, it goes towards that. So when I get up in the morning, I now have purpose, because I want to get paid to buy something or go towards something on my vision board. Purpose is what gives life meaning. I would like to leave you with one question. Where would you like to be physically, financially, emotionally, and spiritually in 90 days or 12 months from now? Remember that your life is a gift from God, and what you do with it is a gift to God. So you may open your envelopes now. you guys know who it is.
Neither did I.
You enjoyed your first million, and I hope you hit your million or whatever you really want to happen. It happens. Thank you for being a champion audience.